Assalamu alaikum. Miss Fatima is speaking. Teaching is one of the easiest jobs in the world. Also, teaching well is one of the most difficult. Today, inshallah, we'll discuss another methods of teaching foreign language, such as total physical response and silent way methods. Okay, the first part of this lecture is about total physical response. We'll discuss these outlines. Related to total physical response, which are background, definition, features of total physical response, theory of language, theory of learning, design, which includes design, which includes the objectives, the syllabus, teacher's rule, learner's rule, the instructional material, and the activities, procedures of this method, principles, advantages and disadvantages. Here, what is the background of total physical response method here? James Asher developed the total physical response method as a result of his observation of the language development of young children. Also, Asher saw that most of the interactions that young children experience with parents or other adults combine both verbal and physical aspects. The child responds physically to the speech of the parent, and the parent reinforces the child's responses through speech. What is total physical response? Give me a definition of total physical response. Just think about that. Total TPR means total physical response. It is a method of teaching language using physical movement, using non-verbal actions to react to verbal input in order to reduce students' stress. So total physical response is a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and action. This means that the coordination of verbal and non-verbal. Here also total physical response is based upon the way that children learn their mother tongue. Just think, if I ask you, what is the connection to the classroom? What is the connection of this method, total physical response, to the classroom? Total physical response is not always dancing and singing songs. Generally, we refer to body movement with instruction to engage learners. So, total physical response can be used for all curriculum, such as science, math, English, Arabic, and so on. What are the key or main features of total physical response method? We have some features of this method, such as here, that the coordination of verbal and non-verbal actions, learner's rule of listener and performer. In this method, learners monitor and evaluate their own progress. Here, in this method, students should be more active and talkative. The teacher and the students are the actors, in the teaching and learning process. So learning language, in this method, depends on gestures, body movements. Here also, Grammar is taught inductively, and grammar and vocabulary selected according to the situation. Yes, here also reading and writing is taught after grammar and vocabulary. Yes, here and learners monitor and evaluate their own progress, so the teacher is as a director. Okay, the role of the teacher here as a director. Yes, here. Yes. Theory. Okay, what is the theory of language? Okay, in this method. Yes. Theory. Okay. Okay. Asher sees language as being composed of abstractions and non-abstractions. Okay. Here, abstractions are not necessary for people to decode the grammatical rule of a language. Non-abstractions being most specifically represented by concrete nouns and imperative verbs. Okay, what are concrete nouns? What are concrete nouns? Yes, concrete nouns are nouns that you can see, okay, hear, smell, touch, and taste, such as a chair, a table, yes, a vegetable, okay, such as a cucumber, carrots, fruits such as an apple, a banana, etc. Yes. Imperative, okay, what are the imperative verbs? Yes, the imperative verbs are verbs that create an imperative sentence, such as sentence that gives an order or command. For example, okay, an imperative, open the door. In this example, the imperative verb is open the door. Yes. Theory of learning. Okay, what is the theory of learning according to the total physical response method? Yes. Here, okay, we have three learning hypotheses or assumptions, which are bioprogram, brain lateralization, and reduction of stress. Yes. Bioprogram hypothesis, okay, is for language learning. Yes. Brain lateralization defines different learning functions. Also, reduction of stress. This means that stress intervenes between learning and what is to be learned. Yes. Here, okay, the first hypothesis of this, okay, method, the bioprogram, okay, has, okay, yes, the bioprogram hypothesis, yes, sees, okay, first and second language learning as parallel process, okay, and okay, this hypothesis has three processes, which are children develop listening competence before they develop the ability to speak. Yes, and yes, the second, okay, process is children's ability in listening comprehension is acquired. Okay, here because yes, because the children are required to respond physically to spoken language in the form of parental commands. Yes, also the third process, okay, of this hypothesis is the foundation in listening comprehension has been established. Yeah. Here, okay, and speech evolves naturally and effortlessly out of it. Yes. And the second hypothesis of this method is brain lateralization. Yes. Here, as okay, Asher sees total physical response as directed to right brain learning, whereas most second language teaching methods are directed to left brain learning. Yes, Asher refers to neurological studies of the brains, of cats, and the studies of a boy whose corpse callosum yes. So Asher interprets this as demonstrating that the brain is divided into hemispheres according to function, with language activities centralized in the right hemisphere. Yes. Here, so the right left brain learning has different learning functions, such as right brain activity depends on motor movement, and the left brain activity depends on watching and learning. Yeah? Yes. And the third hypothesis of this method is reduction of stress. As you see, this circle shaped describes and explains how to reduce of stress of the learners. Here, as you see, yes, an important condition for successful language learning is the absence of stress. Yes, so an important condition, yes, for successful language learning is the absence of stress. Yes, this focuses on meaning, yes, interpreted through movement, yeah, rather than on language forms studied in the abstract. Yes, so the learner is said to be liberated from self-conscious and stressful situations, and the learner is able to devote full energy to learning. Yes. So in order to reduce stress, yes, here, in order to reduce stress, students, students should expose to stress-free environment by using natural bio program, remembering relaxed and enjoyable experiences, focusing on meaning, getting away from self-conscious and stressful situations, devoting full energy to learning, and not forcing students to speak. Yes. Also students should expose to relaxed and pleasurable experiences. Also students should expose to students should exposed to activities which focus on the meaning interpreted by movement. Yes. So the lower the stress, the greater the learning. Yes. Design, according to total physical response here. Design includes, objectives, of the teaching learning process, syllabus, learning activities, rules of learner, rules of teacher, and the instructional materials here. Yes. What is the objectives of teaching and learning process? According to the total physical response. Yes, just try to think. Yes. What is what are the objectives of teaching and learning process? Yes, here are some of the objectives of total physical response, such as teaching oral proficiency at a beginning level, yes, using comprehension as a means to speaking, using action-based drills in the imperative form. So the main or the ultimate aim, okay, of this method is to teach basic speaking skills and to produce learners who are capable of a free communication, which is understandable to a native speaker. Yes. Okay, what is the type, okay, of the syllabus, okay, and okay, according to the total physical response method. Okay, here, okay, the syllabus, okay, in the total physical response, the method, the syllabus is predictable from the exercises used in the class. Yes, a sentence-based syllabus with grammatical and lexical criteria being primary in selecting teaching items. So total physical response requires initial attention to meaning rather than to the form of items. Yeah, grammar is okay. Thus, grammar is taught inductively. Yes. What are the types of teaching and learning activities? Yes, according to the total physical response. Yes, here, okay, imperative drills are the major classroom activity. What are the imperative drills? Yes, here imperative drills are the major classroom activity in total physical response. They are typically used to list physical actions and activity on the part of the learners, such as conversational dialogues, are delayed until after about 120 hours of instructions. Yes. Learning, and teaching activities, and total physical response, such as using objects, role plays and slide presentations, using storytelling, games, imperative exercises, or drills. Yes. Okay. Here, what are the rules of learners and teacher, in the total physical response method? Yes. Here, learners have the primary rules of listener and performer. They listen attentively and respond physically to the commands given. So the learners, are required to respond both individually and collectively. Learners have little influence over the content of learning, since content is determined and identified by the teacher, who must follow the imperative-based format, for lessons. Yes, here, and the teacher, the teacher's rule, in this approach or in this method, yes, the teacher who has, a direct and active role has the responsibility of providing the best kind of exposure to language. So the teacher, decides what to teach, who models and presents the new materials, the teacher who selects supporting materials for classroom use. Also, the teacher is encouraged to be well prepared and well organized so that the lesson flows smoothly and predictably. Yes. What is the rule of instructional materials, in this method? Yes. What is the rule of instructional materials according to the total physical response method? Yes. Yeah. There is generally no basic text, in a total physical response course. For absolute beginners here, yes, lessons may not require the use of materials, since the teacher's voice, actions, and gestures may be a sufficient basis for classroom activities. Yeah, and the teacher here, and the teacher's voice, actions, and gestures may be sufficient. The teacher can use basic classroom objects such as, yes, pens, cups, furniture, etc. as the course develops. So that as the course develops, the teacher will need to collect new materials. This may include pictures, reala, slides, and word charts. Yes, here. What are the procedures of total physical response methods? Yes, here. The majority of a class time in total physical response lessons is spent doing drills in which the instructor gives commands using the imperative tense. Yeah, here. Yes. So that students respond to these commands with physical actions. Initially, students learn the meaning of the commands they hear by direct observation. After they learn the meaning of the words in these commands, the teacher issues commands that use novel combinations of the words that students have learned. Yes. So according to Asher, it is wise to write out the exact utterances you will be using because the action is so fast moving. There is usually not time for you to create spontaneously. Yes. What are the basic principles of total physical response? Here, learning, total, in the total physical response methods, learning depends on doing, This means that learning by moving, yes. So here, the basic principles of total physical response, such as, total physical response was developed to reduce stress. The teacher is initially the director of the student's behavior. So students are imitators of their teacher non-verbal model, or a physical model. Yes, first model, or first children model. Then they understand the commands by performing them alone. Yes, commands, or orders are generally humors. After learning to respond to commands, students learn to read and write them. When they are ready to speak, students are the ones who give the commands to their colleagues. Yes. Also here, in this method, the teacher interacts with the whole group of the students and with individual students. Yes, the use of imperatives is frequent when learning the native language. Also, in this method, meaning is made clear through body movements. Yes, and the teacher would know immediately if the students understand by observing their actions, and the teachers should be tolerant with errors. Yes, these are the basic principles of total physical response. What are the advantages and disadvantages of total physical response? Here we have some advantages of total physical response, such as, this method is fun, easy, and memorable. It is a good tool for building vocabulary. Yes, also it can facilitate students with the meaning in real context. It doesn't require a great deal of preparation. This method helps the students immediately understand the target language. Yes, also it helps learners achieve fluency faster in learning language. Yes, so okay, this method creates positive thinking, but okay, in the same time, we have some disadvantages of this method, such as okay, students are not generally given the opportunity to express their own thoughts in a creative way. It can be a challenge for shy students. It is not very creative methods sometimes, okay? Also, overusing total physical response causes some easily bored, okay? So it is limited since everything can't be explained with this method. Yes. Okay, just okay, try to outline what are the important points of the total physical response methods. Yes, what are the most important points of the total physical response methods? Yes, the most important points of this method, yes, is using of the body in order to learn, using of imperative in connection with physical movements. Also, okay, this method is based on oral performance. Unlike other approaches, total physical response requires initial attention to meaning rather than to the forms of items. Yeah. Also, this method, okay, focuses on using of a sentence-based syllabus and materials, okay, and the materials and real play an increasing role. Yes. So, total physical response is a language teaching method built around the coordination of verbal and non-verbal actions. Yes, but don't forget, in order to be successful, total physical response should be used in association with other methods and techniques. Yes, because certain target languages may not be suited to this method, don't overuse this method because people will tire of it. Yes. Okay, second part of this lecture is about here. Yes, silent way methods. Inshallah, in this part, we will discuss these outlines, which are background, definition, characteristics of silent way, theory of language, theory of learning, principles, design, advantages, and disadvantages of this method. Yes. Here. Okay, the silent way, okay, developed in the 1960th century. Yes, okay, this method is based on the belief that students should learn independently of the teacher. Also, okay, yes, okay, it is here, yes, here, yes. Also, in this method, the teacher remains silent, okay, and teaching is viewed as subordinate to learning. Yes, so the silent way, okay, is based on the is based on that the teacher should be silent as much as possible in the classroom. Yes, and the learner should be encouraged to produce as much language as possible. Yeah. Also, okay, in this method, learning is facilitated if the learner discovers or creates rather than remembers and repeats what is to be learned. Yes, this is the background of this method. Okay, here, what is the silent way? Okay, give me a definition of the silent way. Yes. Okay, silent way is one of language teaching method which involves the students in learning process. Yeah, when the teacher explains the material, the students are silent. Yes, so in this method, the students are silent and the teacher explains the material. Yes. Okay, also this method is based on the idea that teachers should be as silent as possible during a class but learners should be encouraged to speak as much as possible. Yes? Okay, here. Okay. Why is this method called this name? Why is it called this name, silent way? Yes. Okay, this is so called because the aim of the teacher is to say as little as possible in order that the learner can be in control of what he wants to say. Yeah, no use is made of the mother tongue here. Yes. Yes, and being silent moves the focus of the classroom from the teacher to the student, and can encourage cooperation among them. Yes. Okay, what are some characteristics of the teaching and learning process? In the silent way methods. In the silent way method, yes, here. Here, in this method, the choice of vocabulary is important with functional. Also, translation and root repetition are avoided. Yes, the language is usually practiced in meaningful context. Yes, so evaluation in this method is carried out by observation, and the teacher may never set a formal test. Yes. Yes. These are the main characteristics of teaching and learning process. Yes. What is the theory of language according to silent way? Yes, method here. Yes, here, in silent way methods, the language is seen as groups, of sounds arbitrarily associated with specific meanings and organized into sentences, yes, by grammar rules. Also here, language is separated, yes. Also, language is separated from its social context and taught through artificial situations, not real situations, usually represented by rods. Yes. What is the theory of learning according to silent way method? Yes. Here, the theory of learning, yes, here a successful learning involves commitment, of the self to language acquisition through the use, of silent awareness and then active trial. So silent way learners acquire inner criteria, yes, and the silent way student is expected to become independent, autonomous, and responsible of their learning. Yes. What are the principles of silent way methods? Here we have some principles of this method, such as teachers should concentrate on how students learn, not on how to teach. Yes, imitation and drill are not the primary means, or tools by which students learn. So here, learning consists of trial and error. Yes, here, in this method, students, are learning through, make, some mistakes and learn from their mistakes or their, colleagues. Yes. In learning, learners draw on everything that they already know, especially their native language. Yes, so the teacher mustn't interfere with the learning process. The teacher should give them only what they need to promote their learning. Yes. Okay, design, okay, of teaching and learning process, okay, according to silent way, okay, includes the objectives, the syllabus, the learning activities, the rules of the learner, rules of the teacher, and the instructional materials here. Yes. What are the objectives of the silent way? Yes. Okay. The objective of the silent way method of the language teaching is for students to work as independent language learners. This is the main objective of this method. Yes. What are the goals of teachers who use the silent way? What are the goals of teachers who use the silent way? Yes, the goals of teachers who use the silent way are to make students express themselves and to make them develop independence from the teacher. Yes. Okay, the syllabus, okay, according to the silent way, okay, here, yes. We have, okay, the type, okay, the syllabus, okay, according to the silent way. Here depends on structural, okay, syllabus, okay, which means that, okay, lesson planned around grammatical items and related vocabulary. Yes, language items, okay, are introduced according to their grammatical complexity and their relationship to what has been taught previously. And the imperative is normally the first structure introduced, okay, because of the ease, okay, with action verbs may be demonstrated using silent way materials. Yes. Yes, here, okay, what are the types, okay, of learning, okay, and teaching activities, okay, in this method? Yes. Yes, here, okay, the types of learning and teaching activities, okay, this depends on that learners go on to create their own utterances by putting together all, okay, all prior and new knowledge. Yes, the teacher models a word, phrase, or sentence, and then lists learner responses. Yes, and okay, the teacher can use the charts, rods, and other aids, okay? Yes, here, okay. These, okay, activities help teacher to elicit learner responses. Yes, also the teacher modeling is minimal, okay, although much of these activities may be, okay, teacher directed. Yes. Yes, what is the learner rules? Okay, what is the learner rules? Yes. Here, yes, okay, learners are expected to develop independence, autonomy, okay, and responsibility. Yes, independence, autonomy, and responsibility. Here, okay, develop independence means that learners, okay, are aware that they must depend on their own resources and realize that they can use the knowledge of their own language to open up some things in a new language. Yes, autonomy, yes, here, okay, means, okay, that learners choose proper expressions, yes, in a given set of circumstances and situations. And responsibility means that learners know that they have a free will to choose among any set of linguistic choices. The ability to choose intelligently and carefully is said to be evidence of responsibility. Yes. So the role of the students, okay, is to make use of what they know, to free themselves of any obstacles that would interfere, yes, and to actively engage in exploring the language. Yes. What is the teacher rules? Okay, in this method, the silent way here. Yes, okay. Here, okay, the teacher, okay, in silent way, the teacher is as a technician or an engineer who facilitates learning. Yes, teacher silently monitors learners' interactions with each other. Also, the teacher uses gestures, charts, and manipulates in order to elicit and shape students' responses. So, the teacher teach, test, get out of the way. How? Okay, how the teacher can do these tasks. Yes. Here, the teacher can teach. Here, okay, this means that to teach, okay, this means that, okay, the presentation of an item once, typically using non-verbal clues to get across meaning. Yes, okay, the teacher's tasks as, okay, to test, okay, this means that elicitation and shaping of the student production is done in as silent, okay, a way as possible. Yes, the teacher's, okay, tasks as to get out of the way. This means that the teacher silently monitors learners' interactions with each other and may even leave the room while learners struggle with their new linguistic tools. Yes, so it is important for teacher define learning goals that are clear and attainable. Yes. Okay, what are, okay, here, okay, what is, sorry, the role of instructional materials? Yes. What is the role of instructional materials? Yes. The materials, okay, according or in silent way method, the materials are used to illustrate the relationships between sound meaning in the target language. Also, the materials are designed for manipulation by the students and the teacher independently and cooperatively in promoting learning by direct association. So, the number of languages and content symbols in the target language for all of the vowel and consonant sounds of the language. The symbols are color coded according to pronunciation. Okay, thus if a language possesses two different symbols for the same sound, they will be colored, okay, alike, okay, in this example here, okay, in this, okay, example, we use, okay, different, okay, colors, okay, to represent different symbols for the same sound here. Yes. Okay. Here we have, okay, some, okay, examples of instructional materials such as color-coded pronunciation charts, fiddle charts, color-coded vocabulary word charts, colored rods, a pointer, reading and writing exercises or drills. Yes. Okay. Here, okay, what is the nature of student-teacher, okay, interaction here? Okay, just try to think, okay, and answer this question. What is the nature of student-teacher interaction? Student-teacher interaction. Yes. Here, the teacher, okay, yes, student-teacher interaction. Here, okay, in this, okay, interaction or in this type of interaction, the teacher is silent. The teacher is still very active in setting up situations to force awareness, listen attentively to students' speech, and silently work with them on their production. Also, the teacher gives the clues, hence not to model the language. Yes. And here, okay, what is the nature of student interaction? Yes. What is the nature of student interaction? Yes, here. Yes. Okay. Students learn from one another, so the teacher's silence is one way to do this. Yes. Okay, what are the advantages of the silent way methods? Yes, here, okay, we have some advantages of silent way method, okay, such as this method fosters cooperative learning between individuals. Yes, also it embeds a new approach to education in general. Yes, a respect for the individual and an awareness of the individual's extraordinary cognitive powers. Yes, also here, okay, in this, okay, method, learners can make use, okay, of materials provided by the teacher. Okay, what are the disadvantages of the silent way methods? Okay, in the same time, yes, we have some disadvantages of this method. Okay, yes, such as that, okay, the silent way method should be used in small groups of students. Okay, in this method, language is separated from its social context and taught through artificial situations, okay, usually by rods. Also here, okay, the rigidity of the system may be meaningless. Okay, yes, here, yes. Okay, thank you, and I hope best wishes and success